Liberal Ms Lauder.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The bill before the Assembly today represents minor amendments to the ACT Water Resources Act, but forms a critical step in the ACT's compliance with obligations under the Commonwealth Water Act and the broader security of water within the whole Murray-Darling Basin. Although the ACT is a small jurisdiction within the Murray-Darling network, and we lack large-scale agriculture and other water-dependent industry, it's important not to underestimate our importance within the Murray-Darling catchment. Canberra is the largest city in the Murray-Darling system. Although Adelaide is the most popular area which draws from the basin, Canberra is the largest city within the catchment itself. As such, it's important for us to comply with our obligations under the Federal Water Act and the broader remit of the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. The bill before the Assembly today has two relatively simple and technical amendments, which are designed to ensure our water management procedures fit with the requirements of the Federal Water Act and ensure that the ACT Water Resource Plan can be certified by the Commonwealth Minister for Water. The first of these changes is to note that the ACT Water Resource Plan will comprise the environmental flow guidelines, determinations of water management areas, and determinations of surface and groundwater available to be utilised in the Territory. This change will give formal recognition to these pre-existent tools as collectively forming the ACT Water Resource Plan. The Minister has also assured us, also through the Scrutiny of Bills Committee, that the exemption to some requirements regarding notifiable instruments included in this clause of the bill are based upon legal advice. This exemption from the Legislation Act is designed to minimise any conflicts the publication and notification requirements may have with any copyright concerns within a notifiable instrument. As such, the opposition is satisfied that this exemption does not limit the publication or notification of any future instruments other than where this would require the inclusion of documents covered by copyright. The second change to the Act reiterates that the sustainable diversion limit represents the maximum amount of surface or groundwater which may be taken from the catchment. That is, the Minister cannot promise more water than is sustainable and safe to remove from either ACT surface or groundwater systems. It's important to note that the ACT's sustainable diversion limit for surface water is 42.7 gigalitres and 3.16 gigalitres for groundwater. As it stands, the ACT currently uses approximately half of that limit and is looking toward minimising water usage, maintaining a similar usage level even as our city grows. I'm assured that the government is bringing these changes as a standalone bill rather than as part of an omnibus bill to maximise transparency. I take the opportunity to briefly discuss the disallowable instruments introduced by the Minister regarding water resources environmental flow guidelines. When trawling through these determinations, the Scrutiny of Bills Committee discovered that there may have been a number of drafting notes left in the determinations as presented. That these were obviously drafting notes intended for internal consideration within the Directorate was apparent. And the water available from areas determination included errors such as aggregating the amounts of groundwater and surface water that can be taken from an area. This is contrary to the requirement in the Act that the Minister determine each of these amounts individually. I don't bring this up to embarrass the Minister, but to stress the fact that the need for attention to detail and dotting the I's, crossing the T's is fundamental to getting things approved. As such, I hope there'll be more attention to detail being paid in the Territory's water management plan to ensure it gets approval from the Commonwealth. With the assurance that the ACT has done what is necessary to ensure that the Water Resources Plan covers all the components necessary to ensure it receives Commonwealth approval, the Canberra Liberals are happy to support this bill today.
The question is that the bill be agreed to in principle. Mr Rash.